Hello traders. So in terms of the bigger picture, here's the daily and the weekly chart initially in the Dow. So we've gapped up. So I deliberately kept this video until Monday morning so I could see A, what the market did on the Sunday open, and B, how London and Europe reacted to that. So on the whole it's positive. So here we are with a very technical chart on the Dow daily. The weekend open has gapped us up and now we are pulling back into support. I think we could come all the way back to 250-300, and if that holds then I think we could push higher. If we close anywhere near that, I think this could just roll over. So expect the unexpected, trade what you see, all the usual technical sort of phrases, bywords come into play. So ordinarily, let's look at the gap on the Dow, then I'll talk about the other indices. Ordinarily, if you close the markets on a Friday here, if you gap up, then I would normally expect that to backfill, often overshoot, and then start to rotate back to the initial gap direction, the direction of the gap. And likewise, if you gap down, you would wait to the backfill, maybe a little more, and then start to rotate back to the direction you came in. So here we are with a gap up. We've already tried to come lower. I think the US market could come down and see this 60-minute 200 down to Friday's lows, and at that point, if it holds, then I think we can wind our way up. So that's the bullish scenario. Bearish scenario is we wind our way back up into the first half of the week into Friday's highs, and then we just roll over. But the direction of the gap is ordinarily the direction you want to trade in. So let's see what we get in terms of the Dow's open. DAX. Now this is telling because here we are just coming in 6 minutes away from 9 o'clock UK time, 5 to 4 in the morning Eastern time, and this DAX is not holding. The Europeans have sold it, so we've gapped up, we're backfilled with the potential to come back to 400 Friday's lows. If we come into 400 and hold, then maybe we could wind up, but all the time we're selling. We've got a divergence on the MACD up here, and we're under the midline. This is not a happy market this morning. So if we do come down to support and find ourselves back up at 500, 560, get ready for a short signal up here. Get ready for a sell up here and see if that can start to drag us down. But like I said, ordinarily you would wait till the market's backfilled, perhaps let them overshoot, see if you get a buy signal, and then rotate back to the direction of the gap. And on the daily chart you can see this 400 is major. That takes us right back to the trend line, right into the bottom of this. This is a fib zone, right back into the bottom of the fib zone, a major daily support. You can see on the stochastic is very high. Now the weekly is only just, stochastic is only just turning up. 3 decent weeks. 350 is an interesting area on the weekly chart. So 350 to 400 on the DAX is a potential buy area, but just be careful because we're coming into this very weak. Okay, let's look at pound. We've got UK jobs and UK inflation this week, and you've got US retail sales today and Chinese GDP tomorrow. So pound has sat really high. To me, that Friday, was that Thursday, wasn't it? Yeah, the Friday bar was a sell signal, potential sell signal. So if we are going to push into 270, watching out for a sell signal. We're close to that now. 2 weeks higher closes. What I don't want to do is get very bearish and see this just tear away, because it was very resilient last week. I did actually make money shorting this, which is crazy because it had a really good week. So that's why I wasn't holding stuff. Quite often telling is the pound yen. So we've had some decent week here on the early March. A couple of topping tails, slightly higher close into late March, and then higher into April so far. So the low of April was 830, and here we are 500 pips higher. Really based on two days, 10th of April and 12th of April. Okay, so the main support area here is the 200 area. On this daily chart, we've got a topping tail on here already. So I would look for some major resistance up there. Quick look at gold. Gold is sloppy. There's a heck of a lot of resistance up there at 1357. It's holding up really well though. We could get one of these squeezes. A little dip into that support, and that could yank us right up to right past that resistance. That's potentially bullish. So a little dip in. So if you're looking to trade gold, look at 1325, 1330. Let's see if that can push higher. If you're bearish, if we get a bear signal, look for 1350. A sell signal 1350 in a smaller time frame like an hourly, and see if that pushes lower. Bitcoin, big push on Thursday. It looks to me as if we want to come right back to 73. Broken out. We had a little breakout up here and then fell right off. It's a decent weekly, but I'm not convinced that still found a bottom. Oil, it's had a great week. Came into this support area. Looked really bearish. And then we literally opened on Monday and picked up and kept going. So it had a sell signal on Friday. So I think the support area now is 65. If we can hold 65, then we can push. I think we can push back to the top of that channel. All right, it's going to be advanced Fibonacci tonight at 7. So sign up, and I'll go through some advanced Fibonacci to help you really navigate around these intra-week time frames. All right, thank you for listening, and bye for now.